up, YouTube and family? My name is Michaela Deshawn. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm 24 years old. My channel focuses on positivity, encouragement, teaching life application skills, and overall just taking you guys through my adult journey while I try my best to figure out how to navigate through everything. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm so glad that you're here. You guys already know how I get down. I'm back like I never left. So if you haven't subscribed, I hope that you consider subscribing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Turn your post notifications on and give me a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below and let me know that you're a new subscriber. So we're gonna get straight into this video, you guys. Firstly, I hope that you're doing well. Hope you had a great week. If you've watched last week's video, then you know that I dropped some really big news and good news that are happening in my life. I am a recent graduate of the Norfolk State University. Behold the green and gold. And there I graduated with my bachelor's of psychology. Your girl is super excited about it. And next month, y'all, just in a couple of weeks, in 2.5 weeks, in September 1st, I'll be starting my master's program at Western Governors University, and there I'll be getting my master's of leadership and management. So I'm like super excited about it, you guys. A lot of big things are happening, a lot of transitions, but I'm just super happy that you guys decided to tune in, and I want to take you guys on this journey. So today I wanted to give a little bit more background about my undergrad journey. It was definitely very untraditional, very different from the next man, very different from my friends, very different from other classmates that may have went to school as well. And so I just wanted to shed a little bit of light on that and share that part of my life with you guys. So to give you guys context and background, growing up, you guys, I was raised that school is very important. You better come home with some A's, with straight A's and B's if necessary, but even B's were pushing it, you guys. So I was a straight A, B if I need to type of student. My parents were sticklers about that, and so that continued all the way up through high school. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a doctor. I knew I wanted to be a doctor as a kid. My mom was going to be a doctor. You know, she went to school, so I think I got that from her. I wanted to be like her when I was a kid. And so I know I'm going to be a doctor, y'all. And so as I got older, I wanted to be a doctor. Then I wanted to be a pediatrician because I love children. I love working with kids. Then I wanted to be a pediatric oncologist. Then I wanted to be a child psychologist. And then I wanted to be a clinical child psychologist. Then I went my journey of things I wanted to be and like my ultimate end goal has changed so many different times, and that's okay. So boom, now we get to high school, right? And your girl, straight A student, like my parents did not play, my mother did not play, like I did not play about that either. I held myself to a very high standard. So come graduation time, I'm graduating with a 3.8 GPA. I was super involved in school. If you guys have watched my previous videos, you would know that like I have to be active. Like I have to be doing something productive, filling my time. So I was like super busy in high school. I was in over 10 different organizations and clubs. Like that's how I kept busy and I filled my time with. And so I knew that I wanted to go to college. Now, college is not the only way to be successful. It is definitely not the only path that a person can take. And I will preach that till I go to sleep. But there are so many other pathways to be successful. There's entrepreneurship, there's trades, there's X, Y, and Z. There's so many other different options. But I knew that in order to achieve what I wanted to achieve, I knew I had to go to college. So that was my plan. So I was in the university magnet at my school, which kind of helps us get us on the correct path to, be college bound and be successful there. So that's what I did. I graduated, and I did not start at Norfolk State, you guys. I did not start at Norfolk State for my bachelor's program. I originally started at Old Dominion University. I started off as a Monarch, which is actually right down the street from Norfolk State. So I started out at ODU. I started there with my best friend, Thomas, and you guys have probably heard him in my previous story times and probably my future ones as well. But yeah, we started there together, and so that's where I started off in college. And originally my projected graduation time was 2020. That did not happen, and so my journey through college has been very interesting. So to give you guys, I'm gonna let y'all in. My very first semester, a lot transpired my very first semester, and it was very, trying for me. So I left my first semester at ODU with a 1.2 GPA. Terrible, absolutely piss poor, right? So my second semester at ODU, I was like, you know what? I got to make a comeback. So I went from a 1.2 GPA to a 2.8 GPA. I'm really letting you guys in on this because I'm a very private person. I was embarrassed about that for years. I felt so dumb because I'm like, how do you go from a 3.8 in high school to this such a low GPA? And I felt like such a failure. But, God still had a plan for me, even through all my failures and all my mess ups. So transpired, and life continued to happen as life does, and I could no longer afford the tuition at Old Dominion, and I was like, you know what, I need to transfer. So I still wanted to continue to go to school. I didn't want to take any gaps if I could avoid it. So I transferred to my local community college, right? So I went from ODU to my local community college. Then I went from my community college to Norfolk State University. So Norfolk State, I was a transfer student there from ODU and my local community college. So I finally make it to Norfolk State, you guys. By this time, my friends, my best friends, my people are getting ready to graduate like that following year, because this was in 2019. I transferred to Norfolk State in 2019. And so then from there, life was lifing again. And a lot of things were out of my control as well. And so it kept extending and pushing back my graduation date. And I remember the feelings and how I felt, you guys. I felt so broken. I felt so dumb. I felt like I was a nobody. I felt like I was a failure. I felt embarrassed as well. Oh my God, like, I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be farther along. I'm supposed to be graduating soon. It doesn't look like that's feasible. So these are all the emotions I was going through, you guys. I was very private. I didn't even tell anybody I had transferred. And like, if you knew, you knew. If you didn't, you didn't. You just assumed. But this is all part of my journey. And I'm just transferring to a new school, kind of getting reestablished and everything. Some credits and transfer, others did. And it was just a whole thing, right? So time progresses, and we get to a couple of months ago. Boom, I complete everything, and I'm finally done. Your girl is done. Clap, 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 clap. Your girl finishes her degree, you guys. And even though I was done and I finished, I still felt like, man, like, well, maybe I should have finished sooner. Well, man, everyone, all my other friends, like, everyone's graduated, and I feel so ashamed. And of course, nothing with jealousy or anything, just I'm really proud of them. Like, oh my God, I'm so proud of all my friends and all my people. But as far as me, I'm just like, God, I just feel so behind. I feel so behind in life, and I should have been accomplished this. But God still had a plan for me. So now, I had to change how I thought about things. I had to change how my view on my major accomplishment, which is graduating with a bachelor's degree, you guys, and something I've been trying to accomplish for years, and I am still on track. I am still doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So God still had his hands on me. So now your girl is complete with her degree. My degree is coming in the mail in just a few weeks, and I'm super excited. And for my family and friends watching this, no, my graduation ceremony hasn't happened yet. That won't happen until December, which I'm super excited about, because I did not want to be in the outside graduation ceremony sweating in the sun anyway. So God even answered that small little thought and prayer that I had. I'm like, God, I ain't trying to be sweating. I ain't trying to be hot, Lord, get a whole tan or nothing. But so even those small things, God knows what he's doing. So I will be walking across the stage this December from Norfolk State. And I've already graduated. I'm done. I'm complete. And your girl, next month, I'm doing my master's program. I'm beginning that journey at Western Governors University. And I'm super excited about that, you guys. It's a fully online program, so I'm super happy. I'm definitely going to take you guys on that journey with me, because I wouldn't want to do this with anybody else. And so I just wanted to kind of shed light on that and share that part of my journey with you guys, and let you guys know that even though your journey may be different, it may be untraditional than the next person, that is okay. I know with me, I went through a phase where I was like, man, like, I should be here and I'm there. And I was the biggest critic of myself. Nobody else was studying me. Nobody else was worried about me. But I'm over here, oh my God, like crying myself to sleep. And for all this, for what? For what? I had to keep going. You just got to keep pressing through. And with every with every obstacle, with every challenge that happened, with every decline in health that happened, different hospitalizations, and just when life happens, it seems like when it rains, it pours. And when life starts happening, it just lifes. And you know what? That's okay. And I'm learning to, you just got to keep going no matter what. You know what I mean? Even though it's hard, even though it's embarrassing. And I know with me, a big part for me, it's not that I can't persevere because I can press through anything. It's more so like, God, like, I just feel this, I just feel that. And I realized my feelings don't matter. I kind of had to take away my feelings and see the finish line and focus on what it is I'm trying to accomplish. I just want to encourage you guys that whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, keep going. Whether it's a degree, whether it's you're going back to school, whether you're just starting off, whether you're starting a business, whether you're wanting to go into entrepreneurship, whether you're starting a new career, getting your first job, shout out to my little sister, whether you are pivoting careers, it doesn't matter. Keep going no matter what it looks like, no matter what anyone else's journey looks like. That's okay. A lot of times we start to compare ourselves, and we really shouldn't compare because everybody's different. If everybody's journey was meant to be the same, we would literally be full of clones. So I just want to remind you that everybody's journey is different, you guys. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. So what if it's taking you a little bit longer? So what if you're like, man, I had this setback and now I have to take a break, a hiatus? That's okay. It's okay. It's okay for you to, take a step back as long as you come back and you keep going and you don't stop. Keep pressing, you guys, no matter what, because I promise you, that feeling when you get to the other side, it's kind of like when you climbing a hill, like a little engine that could, you climbing that hill through everything, when it's raining, when it's storming, when you got stuff trying to knock you off your path. That doesn't matter. You keep climbing. When you get to that top, that feeling of accomplishment, and you're able to look back behind you at everything that tried to take you out, at everything that tried to throw you off course, at everybody that tried to distract you, at everybody who tried to talk about you, at everybody who tried to discourage you, even yourself, and you're able to remember those words that you said to yourself and like, you know what? I'm so glad I didn't listen to that person. I'm so glad I didn't let that, deter me too long. I'm so glad that I didn't listen to myself and believing that I was a failure and believing that I was incapable of succeeding and believing myself that I was incapable of doing a good job. And so that feeling of accomplishment, nobody can beat that. I'm telling you, y'all, trust me, I know. Soon as I got that email, I'm like, yes, like no one can take that away from you. You know what I mean? Then I instantly begin to think about all those nights I cried. I begin to remember nights I'm like at my godmom, shout out to my godmom, literally on her couch, curled up, crying my eyes out because A, B, C, D, E, F, G happened, and I don't know how it's going to work out. But everything always works out, you guys. So I just want to let you know that everything is going to work out. You just got to keep going, you guys. My journey was different. You know what I mean? And that's okay. So I want to invite you guys in on my life to, yes, share the wins, share the good things, but to also share those intimate parts of my life that are not so good, but to show you how I kept going and I learned from it. And you know what? Your girl bounces back, and God has literally paved the way for me, you guys. And so I don't know what you got going on in your life. If you have something you just accomplished, put it in the comments down below. If you have something you're trying to do, whatever goal, whether it's whatever it is, you guys, put it in the comments, and I would love to support you because we're all in this together. You don't got to be by yourself. And if you are by yourself, just know I love you and you got support this way. So I love you guys. Keep going, y'all. I promise y'all it gets better. I promise you it gets better. I can assure you. Look at your life. If you're still standing here, that means that you have conquered everything that was meant to take you from this world. Everything that was meant to make you give up. Somehow you're still standing. So if you're standing here, even if you're standing here struggling to stand, even if you're standing, I'm out of breath, but I'm standing. You stand, and you stand high. You keep your head high, keep your eyes straight. That's why horses wear blinders, y'all. Horses, when horses are racing, they have these things they put on their eyes so they can't see what their other competitors are doing. They only focus on what's in front of them. So I want to encourage you that it doesn't matter how fast someone may be going. It doesn't matter how well other people may be doing. It doesn't matter how not well other people may be doing. It doesn't matter about anybody else but you and what you have got going on. So focus on yourself. It's time to lock in, y'all. It's time to lock in on your goals. It's time to lock in on your desires. It's time to lock in on those things that you've been putting off and procrastinating on and saying, oh, I'm going to just wait till next year. Don't wait on it, because I'm telling you, you are not a failure. You are doing well. You're doing such a good job. Keep going, because once you get through this, once you keep pressing, oh man, that feeling, y'all, it is undescribable. Ask me how I know, because I've been there before. I just want to encourage you guys that it doesn't matter how you finish. It doesn't matter when you finish. It just matters that you finish. You get across that line, no matter how you have to do it. Keep standing, keep walking, keep going. Even if you got to go weak, even if you got to go sick, even if you got to keep walking with knives in your back because people treating you wrong, doing you dirty, even if you got to keep walking with people leaving you and abandoning you, even if you have to keep going with, man, this fell through, this didn't work out, you keep going. And I promise you, y'all, things are going to work out for your good, because it worked out for me. And I know if it works out for me, it's going to work out for you. So if I can bounce back, if I can make it through and persevere and look back and like, you know what, I'm so glad I didn't quit. You can too, because there's going to be a time, y'all, when you're going to be like, you know what, I'm so glad I didn't quit. Man, I'm so glad I didn't give up when I felt like giving up. If we do what we feel, that's why we can't operate out of feelings all the time. Because if we do what we feel all the time, man, our life would be more of a roller coaster than what it already is. Because we feel a lot of things. Just because we feel it don't mean it's right. But you got to operate and keep the vision. What's the plan? Stick to the plan. Write the vision, make it plain. You make a game plan, you stick to your game plan. And if something happens that kind of throws it off, you reroute, you replan, and you refocus, and you lock in, and you do what you got to do. Promise you it's going to work out. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. I know it feels like I'm kind of rambling, but I'm just talking to y'all like you're right here in front of me, just talking. So I love you guys. I hope that it made you smile. I hope that it encouraged you, because it's not just videos, but it's really an investment into each and every single one of you. So lock in with me. If you haven't subscribed, I hope that you consider subscribing. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me. Turn your post notifications on. Every Thursday at 8 p.m. I drop new videos for you guys, just to uplift you guys, motivate you guys, make you guys laugh. I got some story times coming up, and good things are happening. I love you guys. Hope you guys have a great week, and we out. Peace out. Bye.